Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is identify two shapes used in this bridge. Okay, so if we look through this bridge in particular, okay, we have a right triangle. So for one of my shapes, I'm going to have a right triangle. Then the other shape, since all of these are right triangles, I can also look at it and I can say, okay, well, you know what? I have a square right here, and I will totally count that if that's something that you see as well. So we can put square. Then for the angle measurements, I'm going to need to mark which angles I decide to use. So the easiest thing might be to go up here at the top, go to that shapes, and then whatever shape you want to use. I'm just going to use the circle. I'll say, okay, so maybe I want to use this one, and I'll just make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. We'll make it transparent so you can see through it. So maybe this is the one that I want to use here. So I'm going to measure that angle. Maybe I want to measure the angle over here and the angle up here, and maybe this angle down, or this angle up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's just do a fifth one. Maybe we'll use this one in here. So then for actually measuring, we're going to take this protractor and we're going to move this around as we mentioned before. So if I want to use the protractor here on my first angle, and if I line that up and I look across, it's going to be, let's see, if I move it a little bit more, it looks like it's about halfway between those, so we'll say it's at 45 degrees. So this one we can mark at 45 degrees. So I'm just going to put my little text box here and say 45 degrees. And then put that like this, and then I'll make it easier to see by giving it a background. We'll do that. So that one's 45 degrees. Okay, so maybe I'm over here now, and I'm measuring this angle to the side, or inside here. And let's see, this one looks like it's about halfway between as well. So I'm just going to copy this over and paste it. Sorry, not the circle, the 45 degrees. I'm going to say this one's 45 degrees as well. And then I'm going to keep going through for each of these. And what we should end up finding, at least for this one, it's not going to be the case for all of them. But for this one, all these triangles end up being 45, 45, 90 triangles. That will not be the case for all of them. You will have to do some where you're going to measure all of the angles. You should measure all of the angles. The only reason is that I have built a bridge like this so that it, not like a real life bridge, but like a smaller model bridge. So that's why I know that all of these are going to be these 45, 45s. And then we're also going to have a 90 up here as well. Make sure you label them with degrees because that is the measurement we are using. So this, you can then just move around wherever you want to. You can get rid of it when you're done if you want, however you want to. Also, I want to mention that you can, and I'm just copying and pasting this here, you can change the size of your protractor if you need to. You can change the size of your image if you need to. Whatever is going to work best for you so that you can figure out what those measurements are.